Are you planning a trip to Delano? Or across the street to Reliance? Or about 5 miles down the road to Etowah, Tennessee? If so, you better watch this first. It's a train ride. This has the movie. Choo-choo! The Hiwassee Rail Loop is the third longest rail loop in the world. There are 2 train trips available. One is a half-day trip, which departs from Etowah, Tennessee, travels around the loop, and returns. The other trip is an all-day ride from Etowah, which travels around the loop and then into historic copper mining town of Copper Hill. This trip includes a 2-hour stopover for dining and shopping. And the tickets are anywhere from about $33 to as much as $115. We bought the most expensive tickets, which was in the Dome. Knowing what we know now, I wouldn't purchase those tickets. We would have probably just purchased regular tickets, because once the train is set in motion, you can wander around the train. And that's what we did. We actually would stand in between the carts where, well, you'll see in the movie, our heads were hanging out the whole time. Stay in Georgia and I'll stay in Tennessee. And we'll touch heads. Because it grows like crazy. Woo! I find the Mennonites to be very interesting, peaceful people. If you don't know what a Mennonite is, they kind of broke away from the Amish. Mennonites are Christian. They believe, though, that you shouldn't be baptized until you're old enough to know and understand your own faith. Mennonites, they live real close to the Bible, and they try to apply it every day into their lives. Mennonites are not allowed to play musical instruments in worship. Most of them do drive horse and buggies. Some of them do drive vehicles, as long as the vehicles are dark colored, like black and blue. They can't have anything flashy. Let's see. They do not drink alcohol. They do not get a divorce. They dress very conservative. They don't let their hair down. They don't show legs or arms. They do celebrate Christmas. and regular Christian holidays, they just don't make a big deal out of it. It's more about spending time with their family. And they're all different. All Mennonites are different. They're just like any other Christian. Like some of them live more strictly, some are more loosely, but they only have one wife. This is not like a religion where they have multiple wives. And actually, there's the Amish that broke off from the Mennonites. So the Mennonites were actually first. And here's some more things about them that's interesting. One of them, when they're dating, they want them to understand intimacy, but they don't want them to touch each other. So they sleep in these things called bundling beds. So they take this board and they run it down the middle of the bed so the man and woman can sleep together before marriage, but without touching each other. The other thing about like Amish and Mennonites is, this is a small community. So like with the Amish, there's a lot of inbreeding. With the Mennonites, they don't do any testing either to see if they're related or not. So, that's one thing about those groups that kind of are very concerning. Let's see if I see anything else. They don't marry outside of their faith. Murder is unheard of. It says like in a group of, this is a facts checker that I'm looking at right now. It said out of a million Mennonites, there may possibly be 1 to 2 murdered. So it's not common at all for them to harm each other.